closer. Ain't been live for a while, just getting some practice in, because I need to. But yeah, I'm just out here. We just out here. New Origin EX edition, by the way. Like it so far. I kind of do just coincidentally have like pretty much 3 of Global's 2025 releases here. I'll throw some Cove, throw some Ember. I also have a Typhoon here because I'm actually kind of experimenting for my upcoming league season what balls I want to be bringing. These 4, I might bring 5, but these 4 have a very good opportunity of just going everywhere. I think my fail-safe is the Typhoon. So it's one of those where I can bring new balls, and if all else fails, throw the Typhoon. Jeremy, yeah, no problem. Anytime. Rockstar and Jack Longs from us. Let's go. Let's go. And that's why we need to practice. Those shots need to disappear. It's really weird not bowling a whole lot anymore. It's like, what's really inconsistent is how I start my approach. My tendency is to start really quick, and when that happens, I get my upper body ahead of my lower body, elbow comes around, stuff into the ground, all the bad stuff. Is this on a house shot? No, this is on the Danielle McEwen pattern. I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world. It's like 5.5 to 1. I kind of wanted to like bowl on something that was kind of close to a house shot for me. Lower ratios obviously a benefit, so I can sharpen up a little bit, but the volume's not super high on this either, so that helps when testing for like a house shot. Typically, if I were just grinding to get sharp, I would bowl on something really hard. But I know just matching up balls for a house shot as opposed to like the tour, very different thing. So I gotta train my eye to see it. Again, retrain. That ball puts so much in. That one's gotta get going to the right. I'm excited for this one though, to throw it actively, especially when the lanes transition. I haven't been bowling for very long, so it's not really ready for the lanes yet, but also interested to see how much easier the Typhoon gets through than the Ember. Theoretically, it should. Obviously, that was much steeper, but the Typhoon has that nice. I know I say swoopy a lot of videos, but it's almost like a glide. It's glide. It's so good. Whoa! Glenn with the $2 donut. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just knocking all the rust off. Got a lot of it, but that's what we're doing. Do I have the 3G boas yet? I do not. Just kind of rocking my rotor grip. They're not technically boa. It's free lock. The dial system that 3G is using. Free lock. So I'm not in any rush to really get the 3G dial. These are nice. I love them. Yeah, the Ember doesn't do that. Gliding. Where are the kids at? At their babysitter. Hopefully the ball comes back in one piece. It would also be a good excuse to drill. Little nick there. That's all right. That's what I gotta fix. There's something with my swing that is making spear shooting much harder than it needs to be. Repetition is obviously one thing. So that's why I'm out here. At least in the same spot for every shot with the Ember and the Typhoon. And the Ember just has no inclination of wanting to get through it. If you guys are wondering how much stronger Ember is from Typhoon, well, there you go. The Ember even has a weaker layout on it. It's 4.5 by 3, where the Typhoon's 4 by 2. I do have the Cove. I'll probably throw that one next. Any predictions on Darren's upcoming tour season? I mean, he's trending positively. Like, I don't watch him throw a ball actively, but he's starting, just from what I see, he's throwing very good. Somebody asked what wrist support I use. This is the Storm Extra Grip Plus. Plus has a little bit more wrist support there. The regular Extra Grip is just a cover. I cut the pinky because my pinky's a little long. But for whoever asked, here's the code. Drill second one because I could, if you saw the video, you know what layout's on it. But 10 in the ring, kind of a specialty layout. I kind of want to put a more normal layout on one just to see because it's surprisingly hooks kind of decent out down there. I grilled it. I go to house, like when I roll house shots around, I try to make sure I have one option that at least blends all the friction. If not, then I get kind of stuck until the lanes carry down a little bit. Because my rub rate's a little bit on the higher side. And I don't love throwing urethane on house shots. I will if I have to. But I shouldn't if it's weak. You guys know what I'm saying? I actually honestly don't need the wrist support. Well, it probably helps, but yeah, probably just not getting as many reps and as I normally do, and I've got a pretty aggressive action at the bottom. Could be the result of some other things as well. As far as J-Rag picking a winner yet, I'm waiting for him to do that because he's a bum. I'll get on him today. But it's kind of hard for him because he's sifting through the comments, and there's so many that say like Team Mikey, and it's hard to filter by ones that say Team J-Rag. So there's a lot of comments in there. He's trying though. Nice. It's super smooth, and it never makes the pretty strikes. It's so smooth, it just kind of pushes the pins back. But that was the same spot as that Cove. And it really just rounds it off nicely. Our first EX was 5 1/4 up. This one's 4 inches down, so should be even rounded. One spot, very hot. I think it ought to be like right of it or the left of it. Naturally, the left of it. Any reason why I stopped bowling two-handed? Just wanted to try this summer series one-handed. I didn't bowl as great as I would have liked, but you know, it happens. Playing picker ball league, which road grip or storm ball would you pick, or global as well? I mean, Gremlin seems like the option for everybody. That ball is... Is it possible to blend urethane and reactive resin together in one cover stock? They've done that. You guys just don't know it, but they've done it. Coming to Battle Bowl this week, I am not. That was a fun weekend, though. Battle Bowl was pretty cool. Battle Bowl. What's my favorite ball? I don't have a favorite ball. I try not to have a favorite. I try to be like as objective as I can about them, because it's one of those things where it's like different balls in different situations. Now there are some balls that come into play in a lot more situations than others, and the more and more that happens, I'll start to like that ball a little more. But it's just a hard thing to say, like when people come in and ask what my favorite ball is or what's the best ball. It's really an impossible question. You guys were wondering, that was the Ember. 6 left of where it was before. How's the wrist? It's not bad right now, Durf. How's the married life? Storm has made touring. Yeah, yep. Do I do all the editing? I do. It is a one-man operation. Why do I blow my thumb hole before bowling? I have really dry hands, so getting that moisture in there just really helps me relieve the grip pressure a little bit. RJ Chu, you are very welcome. That is what I am doing this for. You are very welcome. Are the Ember and Gremlin similar enough that I should only have one? No. I'm actually planning on having both in my league arsenal. Gremlin's going to be quite a bit smoother because the big weight block. It should play first before the Ember. And then when the Gremlin just starts going forward, you should just be able to grab the Ember. Do like that last one, take a nice step to the left, and continue throwing strikes. That's going to be my league plan at least. I'll probably have to involve the Typhoon a little bit more, but depends which house I'm bowling at. Next year will be next month will be 1 year. Let's go. Of course, I've heard about the Darren and Jesse drama. I've heard it a little bit more in depth, obviously, because I know Darren, but I'm not going to talk about it. It's not my place to do it. Getting a Gremlin and an Ion Pro Solid from a Have a Ball League, bang. My highest 3-game series is 857 with no 300. I think we're going to use that ball quite a bit. It's probably going to be one of those balls I gravitate towards a little too much. I'm going to see the lane, just hook a little bit in the front. I'm going to be like, Ember time. And it's going to be the wrong ball. But it's alright, it looks cool. It slows down really nice for being a cleaner curl ball. Why does Chris Prather not make that much bowling content? It's just not what he does. Some people just don't love to do it. If you don't love to do it, it's very difficult to do. Have I tried out the Brunswick Crown Victor yet? Sure haven't. I'll let the people in the comments let you know why I didn't. Why do I prefer one-handed versus two-handed? I'm just much better one-handed than I am two-handed. And I don't have the time to really grind two-handed to fully convert, so it's not really worth it for me. What target do you focus on during your release? As far as like what I look at the first set of dots, like right there. How did I meet J Rag? Him and his dad just started coming into our shop. They're like family friends with Dude. If you guys remember Dude, he worked for us. So they just started coming over here. J Rag's dad's like a local legend, pretty much, Hall of Famer, and they just stuck around. Thinking about switching 2 to 1? No, there's no real general pitch to start with. It's all due to flexibility in your span and stuff like that. I'm bowling league on a house shot. Which one would be best? Both. Gremlin and Ember. One for the beginning and one for the end. Could Gremlin replace Phase 2? No. Very different balls. Very different balls. Hello, the Gaming King. Ooh, you learned about the Stone 9, Jeffrey? That's tough. That's tough. But it gets everybody. What part of the black? What part of the bag would the Gremlin come into? Yeah, that'd be like first ball out of the fresh, or like after the fresh for me. Depends what you're bowling on too. Man, I throw 2 shots. I'm so behind on these comments. Do I use dots or arrows? So I start out looking at the arrows, and then as I go through my approach, I end up looking at the dots when I throw the ball. That ball sees friction. It sees friction. Sure. It's gonna be the kind of ball when it's Ember time. It's Ember time. It is going to strike a lot when it is time for the ball. I think when it's not Ember time, it can throw a lot of splits. Just pretty angular. I'd love to try one pin down. Maybe eventually I will, but for the purpose of just being my stand left and throw a right ball and circle up, it'll be alright. Always a good time. Hardest pattern I've ever bowled on. The early Storm Utah Open pattern's very tough, along with the topography. I probably won't ever consistently go back and bowl on the PBA Tour, honestly. So if you strike, do you try and memorize the last dot arrow? I mean, I guess I've been bowling so long, I kind of just have a pretty natural idea of where I've been standing. It's not too hard. My gremlins pin up. Thoughts on the wrist? I've gotten used to it, and it does provide me a little bit of stability. I do have to try a little bit harder to stay behind it. That is one thing. With the wrist guard on, as opposed to not, which is honestly probably taming down some of the pain. Typhoon, Ember, like maybe my 1-2 punch for like cleaner balls. I think I might go a different Typhoon. Because with the 4x2 layout, I can kind of see it wants to go a little bit forward. I don't know if I want to drill one like the Ember or drill one pinned down, so there's an even bigger difference between the two. Oh, we'll see. This Typhoon will very good though. If I'm honest, all Typhoons probably work pretty good. Any chance you ever see me bowling the Masters again? If there's an event I do go out and bowl, that's probably going to be the one. Is this going to be the new Mondays with Mikey? No. This is just a one-time thing. Because I typically just film on Mondays, but I've got some videos in the chamber, so just here practicing. I filmed some other stuff for Storm. That's about it. Cliffy P, thank you very much. Looking for a good control ball, would I prefer the Origin EX or the Cove? Origin EX, and I'll show you after I pick this up. I think the Origin EX is like the smoothest ball we make. But it's not a super strong cover with What's my average in the league? I don't know. I'll find out this upcoming season. All right, Origin EX. Can I hook it? I don't know. Leaning towards probably not, but you never know until you try. That's a shape this eye likes. That's the kind of shape where I feel like I can just be super aggressive. There you go. Origin EX. You can tell that ball's just about at its limits. But still working. Can I throw a back ball one hand? I can. I don't want to. Did Darren and I ever settle any brotherly disputes on the lanes? No, that's where the brotherly disputes happen. But yeah, Origin EX is smooth AF. Also doesn't help with the spin down. That'll smooth it AF. Jorge, appreciate your dono. What a guy. I'll read yours first. Do you think it's different enough from the absolute power for league? Depending how big your league bag is, yes and no. I do think it's quite a bit smoother than absolute power, though. I personally didn't like absolute power at all. Couldn't find a use for it. Just didn't visually see the window with it properly. I would just replace it, honestly. Follow up on the KP question, would he not have obligations to his sponsors? No, he doesn't really. There's different types of contracts. And he doesn't have one that he needs to do social media. He's a player. In every sense of the word. Player. On the lane. I remember not to really throw acing balls at my spares because I've been getting into the habit of kind of rolling them and they actually look a little bit. Am I going back on tour? No. Alright, and after seeing one shot with the Origin EX back up, it's typically the time I like to just grab the Ember. Or should I throw the Cove? I'll try the Cove. The ball just continues to surprise me. The set layout and what it's supposed to be, I don't feel like it should be cornering from in there. Do I mind it? No. Not at all. How's the golf game? I've been hitting it pretty badly. A lot. Need to go have a range sesh. This lane's top of the rapidly is really weird. Like down lane, that far panel to the right, it really falls off. But then everywhere else in the lane, it really hooks in the middle. It's a tough lane to really get dialed on. It's a lane that really asks for quicker balls. It's kind of like a tour feeling lane where it hooks early, when it falls off and you get to the right. It's good practice. Not good for trying to bowl high scores. Big basketball vibes right there. This is the Gem, still the strongest ball in Storm family. It's no longer in the family. It's discontinued, but it was. Jay Remy, what's up? When's Chris going to be back in the videos? Whenever Chris can be back in the videos. Busy guy, especially with our new shop. Who started bowling first, me or Darren? Same time. Yeah, I'm also surprised the Cove made it around from deep. Crazy. See it happens to go a little bit, just a touch left and some more rotation. See what the Cove does. Still. It's all right. New grips just for you, Jeremy. Anytime. 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 Pat back if you close. Follow game day. Dial the speed down just a touch. Starting to get the touch back, folks. Starting to get the touch back. Love from Finland. Well, love from the United States of America. Let me know, guys, is this a pretty ball or is this an ugly ball? It looks like the beach. Well, hence the name of it. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's just, I get it right, and get it in there, it's a hook. The Ember is probably the one I should be throwing if I want to strike a lot. I feel like a challenge. You think it would be cool without the brown, the little sandy color? Like if it was just the aqua and teal, it'd be a bright ball. It's so ugly it becomes pretty. It's got kind of that abstract art kind of vibe to it. Am I bowling a fall league at HP? Not specifically HP, it's a travel league. But a quarter of the league is going to be at HP, yes. Grabbed it like a sack of rice and just picked it up. Are the Cavs default my second team? No. You don't have a second team. Spurs till I die. Do I think ball manufacturers should bring back retro styling on new balls? I think a lot of people like that, like the solid colors, those type of things. Where is Christopher currently? Not sure. Probably at home. Ember time? Ember, take another step to the left. What do you think? Yeah, hopefully the travel league is fun. Bowling with Mary. Bowling with my wife. So pray for me, 32 weeks, bowling with my wife. We do have like a couple of $100 bets. Pretty much like who bowls more 300s and 800s. There's a spread though, obviously. I'm giving her plus 3.5 on 300s and plus half on 800s. So I'm probably going to be losing some money. That's all right. Yeah, Seth, absolutely. Come on in ya. Yep, Ember, here we go. Take a nice little shimmy on the left. Some good stuff. Good stuff. It's just that ball that I know it's gonna hook. That's a comforting feeling. Good feeling to have until it starts hooking too much. Yeah. Ready for that one. Straight, flatter into the lane. Focus on projecting it a little bit better. $10 if I go in between and don't touch a pin. This is the lane to do it on too. Come on. Oh, it's good on me, not gonna lie. Normally this lane that just takes it to the right and hangs. Damn. It's Ember, I just gotta let it go. Let it go to the right. My thumb kind of came out a little bit and I tucked. This is where this lane starts to get tricky. At a certain point on this lane, you have to be really good. It might be more of the roll it off of like 8 down lane rather than trying to hook it. Let's see if we got it. Not bad for a retired guy. Dial that one up.
How do you practice spares?
It's got two components. One, it's just like, there's mechanics obviously, and then a lot of spare shooting is just confidence. How do I practice them? Just do it, kind of. But a nice way that Darren and I used to really train in college is we wouldn't start doing anything else before we picked up like 10 or 15 10 pins in a row and 10 or 15 7 pins in a row. It's kind of how we did it. And there's rules, especially on a full rack. You're not allowed to hit the 2 or the 3 pin either. Just to make it that much that much of a... Let's see if we can dial that same shot to get the shot. It's time to go back on tour.
Anything else you guys want to see in these 4 balls? Probably gonna wrap up in about 5 or 6 minutes here and then go eat lunch before I open the shop. Whew. What is your target for the 7 and 10 pins using plastic? I don't use plastic, but
10 pins, I like what I look at when I actually hit don't match up. So actually, I'm not going to give you that information because it's not useful.
really a lot of a feel thing. What time is it? It's 1:24 for me. It's just a tough lane.
Honestly, a lane I'd probably without urethane on it. Hashtag damn. It's another I struggle with the glove on. I do get over the top of it sometimes. Don't love that. Origin EX is the answer to everything.
Did I ever throw anything from Brunswick before getting signed to Rotogrip? I'll tell you this. I've been on Rotogrip staff since before it was B7. I've been on Rotogrip for 10 years now.
I did roll my first 300 when I was 10 with an Inferno. Yes.
Alternative for some of the scent? Don't really have one. Maybe the Cove?
Cove's got much more scent though. Don't really have it.
PBA trials for a few years. They've only had 1 year.
But you gotta really figure out if it's something you love doing. Not like it. Nice.
It's pretty nice.
For lunch today, I'm gonna try this place called 6-1 Pho. Cove saw with the puzzle nicely. Getting a little bit of score action going there. Brought my eyes closer as far as the break points concerned. Sneaking it out. Kind of slow roll to that spot. A little tour sauce there. Mid-range weight lock has always been my forte, my go-to. If anyone remembers the Asylum, one of my favorite balls of all time. Mid-range weight block, 250, 4-3. Kind of a strong cover, but not really. It kind of lets you do everything.
How does the Ember compare to the Road? I honestly didn't throw the Road one-handed, ever. Ember's stronger than High Road 40 and Typhoon. Whacking this game, guys. Am I a fan of urethane? I'm probably part of the movement of what made urethane famous. Again. It's not like the prettiest shape, but it's doing the right thing. Tip to get it out right consistently, try and feel like your right shoulder's staying back when you're coming through the bottom. I'm just gonna finish this game and I'm gonna be done. Does a regional help my business? How? Be more specific. Last shot here, guys. Thanks for joining me. If I ever just have a random practice session again, I will fire this up. I'm under the implication that you guys enjoy these. I'll do it again. Not bad. I'm tired. I don't do that very often. Joel, hey, from Singapore. I love Singapore, by the way. Love Singapore. Great food, great everything. Need a weekly random practice session. Like I said, if I do practice sessions with time, I'm going to be practicing a little bit more in the coming weeks because I am bowling the Ohio Masters. And I want to bowl good in league. I want to dominate league. So thank you guys for joining me once again. If you're interested in any of these balls, Cove and Ember come out next Friday. Pre-order one today. TV Bowl and Supply right there. Or at Holiday, or at Victory if you're in the Dayton area or in Springfield. But that is it, guys. To everyone that donated, that's very generous. You don't have to ever. Just join me. It's fun. Oh, Ray, what's up? Cove feels quite a bit shapier than the Exponent. Exponent is like super smooth. Cove seems like it has a little more pop to it. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm not gonna sound any warning when I do these. Just let the YouTube noties catch you. So if you don't have them on, turn the noties on. And I will see you guys in the next video or next time I do this.